But I'm already looking at the other game, guys.
Okay,
and I cannot
take us.
wait
Oh, I like it.
for everybody to meet number 22 on the Atlanta Falcons, their rookie first-round safety, maybe my favorite player in the NFL, Mr. Keanu Neal. I want you guys to look at these highlights. Everyone says the Falcons are soft. Falcons aren't tough. Look at some of the hits this guy. This is Willie Snead. Sorry.
Get some.
He's talking to you, Kyle.
I know, wow.
Sorry,
Get
Willie.
some.
I'm not going to glorify the hits. These are all legal. It's fine,
Dude,
whatever.
Just say he's your favorite player in the NFL?
He's my favorite. Look at this hit on Mike Evans. I'm not
This is incredible.
Again,
Bam!
Yeah, that was.
If you cannot say that the Falcons don't have a defensive force in the back, this guy is like Ed Reed back there.
Yeah.
He's also like Steve Atwater.
That's why I'm
back
not
there.
playing right there.
He's one of these players that can change the tempo of a game. And as much as we talk about that Falcons offense, this kid is a punisher in the middle. America's about to meet him. I think number 22 over this next game is going to have a huge coming out party. He was my pick for Defensive Rookie of the Year. He might not win it.
Wow.
Joey Bosa got bigger headlines. But Keanu Neal is an absolute stud. And a cool story, tying into your Seattle stuff, spoke with Dan Quinn on Friday, and he said, before the season started, he pulled aside Keanu Neal and says, I'm going to introduce you to Cam Chancellor. He introduces Cam Chancellor to Keanu Neal. The two of them have a relationship. Cam Chancellor's jersey hangs up in Keanu Neal's practice locker. That's how much he looks at him as a mentor and as a guy. And if you watch Keanu Neal, he's got a lot of Cam
Peter,
Chancellor.
I want to watch him early, too, because sometimes we see in playoff games, there'll be a play early on where we see what the deal is. I remember in the Super Bowl, Cam Chancellor hit Demaryius Thomas really early, and it was like you knew it was going to be a blowout. You look at the Packers receivers, what if Jordy's out there a little banged up? What if Devontae's out there a little banged up, and then Keanu steps up in that first series and lays the wood? It's going to get exciting early with that guy.
Those plays are legal plays.
100%.
That's legal stuff.
Keanu make you kneel. I like it.
Can I just touch on Atlanta really quick?
Yeah, who's the X factor for
Well, I want to go there, but just give me 2 seconds, because Dan Quinn, to your point, he brought over that cover 3 from Seattle, and they made a shift during the season. They went more man. They have these 2 rookie corners, or I should say Jalen Collins, second-year corner, and Brian Poole, the undrafted free agent corner. And they have been fantastic for Atlanta, and that has been the difference. Talk about Beasley in the offense, but those corners have been great.
Trufant went down, their best cornerback.
Best corner in the league, maybe.
Poole comes in. He's an undrafted guy that Quinn was a coach of when he was at the University of Florida, so he knew him. And Poole was the one who had that huge hit this past weekend on Russell Wilson. So it's all young. I mean, it's a lot of young guys. You haven't seen these players. Vic Beasley's going to get all the headlines. But this defensive backfield is really interesting.
I'll go Taylor Gabriel, X Factor. No, I know we're short on time on that, but he's my guy. Undrafted out of FCS, Abilene Christian, was cut by the Cleveland Browns, of all teams, by the way, and now is 18% touchdown rate, would be best in the league if he had the qualifying number of touches. He's been excellent. 7 touchdowns, ties Julio Jones. They use him similarly to how Kansas City used Tyreek Hill. Have to account for him all over the field. He's a playmaking dynamo. He's been outstanding for Atlanta.
Absolute speed.
If we look at Atlanta, Green Bay, guys, follow me on this. This is a little bit weird. You might not believe that. But I think that for the Falcons, it's Mason Crosby. If I'm a Falcons fan, I want to see so much Mason Crosby.
You want to see?
I want to buy the number 2
You're
jersey. I want it to be the Crosby show.
I like that.
Yes, the Crosby show starts in Atlanta if I'm a Falcons fan because, look, the way this game's going to go, a field goal is going to feel like a punt. A punt is going to feel like a turnover. A turnover is going to feel like a pick six. A pick six, you might as well just walk off the field. In a game when there's going to be so many touchdowns, if Crosby's out there hitting a chippy, 30, 40, whatever, that is a huge win for Atlanta. I want to have Dan Quinn give Mason Crosby the game ball after the game for kicking field goals, because if that happens, I think Atlanta rolls.
I like that a lot. I like
too.
that a lot. I think Atlanta's going to win, and I think a big reason why they're going to be able to get off the field. So we're, once again, Kyle,
Jordan,
I love that.
We got to get together and play basketball, some froyo.
Absolutely.
You and me, man.
Enough of the bromance. Let me just go quick with Micah Hyde as my X factor. Look, back to the defensive side. He's like the Swiss Army knife for Green Bay and for Dom Capers. You know, he made this team originally as a nickel blitzer. He's covering the slot. He has to cover the outside corner against Dallas. And in that interception against Dak.
Fantastic.
Not only was it fantastic, it was the only stop within 6 tries for Green Bay. That changed the game.
Yep.
Dallas was driving. It was late in the third quarter. Micah Hyde has been the guy in that secondary. We talk a lot about Clay Matthews or Burnett. You know, there's just a lot of players there we can discuss in the offense. But Micah Hyde for Dom Capers, excellent 5th-round pick out of Iowa, has been great.
You snuck in that you think Atlanta wins. What's your prediction for the game?
I think Atlanta wins a high-scoring game, and I think Pittsburgh wins outright in Foxborough. I think both those games will be great.
Yeah.
I do. I can't believe.
Tell me more about Pittsburgh over New England. Because it's the Patriots. How are they going to lose this game?
Well, and I think, you know, we saw the Houston game, and New England wasn't very sharp.
Right.
They will be more. They will be sharper. No question about it. But I don't trust, even though New England best scoring defense in the league, I don't trust them against Pittsburgh, because Pittsburgh, for me, right now, has won 9 straight. No team is hotter. Green Bay's won 8.
They all
Pittsburgh
have
won 9
momentum
straight.
on their side.
Yeah, they do. But Pittsburgh right now, going into Foxborough, I know they weren't great against Kansas City. They will be sharper as well. I think they're going to be able to run the ball early and often. Big game from Bell. I also think they'll be able to throw the ball in the seams with Jesse James. They want to, let's shut down Antonio Brown. That's not going to happen.
The Outlaw is going to make a play.
And I like Pittsburgh in the Super Bowl as well. I like Atlanta over Pittsburgh, but I like the upset on the road. Yeah. I really do.
It's a weird question to ask. You trust Roethlisberger in Foxborough? He's maybe a Hall of Famer, but he's not playing well.
I not only do I trust him, I think he's going to go for 300 plus, 3 touchdowns.
Not to mention
light him up.
Not to mention that defense that can get after Tom Brady.
Absolutely. Dupree, Harrison. I like the young corners. Artie Burns playing well.
Who had the best X factor of the 4 of us?
Oh, no question, Kyle Brandt.
What?
No question.
Come on
the
now.
kicker.
Cosby Show?
Hey, kickers are people too, man.
Right,
I don't even like calling it X Factor. Why
I'm going to dap up Kyle today.
Dab on you, Peter.
All right, great stuff from Jordan Schultz. Check out his work at Huffington
Thanks, guys.
Post and on Bleacher Report. Talking hoops there, right?
Yes, ma'am.
How my Spartans looking?
They're looking better. They're
Yeah,
looking
well,
better.
better.
I like
Okay.
that team.